So for my project, the way that I found a project to do or decided on a project to do was I saw a post on Facebook from our local assisted living place in Piers called Harmony House, and they had posted asking for people to send cards to residents specifically so they could hand them out to people who don't get cards or mail or don't have family around that could that would be sending stuff to them. And so I thought it would be a good idea or a good project for my kids to work on. So I reached out to the coordinator in charge of it and told her that I would like to take that on as a class project and have my students make cards. And she was really excited for us to do that. We had talked about trying to match up the students with a resident, but also talked that might be difficult because some of the residents were on hospice and we didn't really even know how long all of them would be there. So instead, my students just made a card in general to a resident. And then while I was on the phone with her, I asked if it would be possible to set up a trip there to meet the residents and give them their cards in person, maybe play bingo or do a craft or something along those lines. And she once again was really excited about that. And so we set up a plan for that. When I explained it to my class what we were going to be doing, they right away were really excited. We had a good discussion about the reason we were doing it and why it was important for us to reach out to some of the elderly people in our community. Some of the students said that they had grandparents who were living in one of the assisted living places in our town and that they knew that they were sometimes lonely and they loved when they had visitors and things like that. And so just a really good discussion around the reasoning behind it. We also had a really good discussion around when we went there, what to expect, and how some residents might not be able to communicate with them, or some might not be very friendly because of just the situation they're in, or maybe some of their, some of them had dementia and they didn't really know even kind of where they were or why they were there. And so we just talked about showing empathy and showing compassion and being there and doing the best that they could with the situation, and to not act like they were uncomfortable, or to just really try and reach out to the elderly and make them feel like they had a friend. And it really went very well. The kids absolutely loved it. They kept, when we were making the cards, they kept asking how many more days until we got to go, because I was still working on setting it up. When we were done, before we even were on the bus, they asked when we could go back, and we've already actually kind of talked to the coordinator. We plan to go back this winter. She wants the kids to make snowmen and then have the residents vote on the best snowman. We're in the process of making cards now for them for Thanksgiving. We plan to do it kind of each holiday, or just kind of maybe once a month to send a card to them, and then try and go a couple times. And I just really feel that what I saw with the kids, how they interacted with the residents and their excitement on making these new cards, the messages they write in the cards are just so thoughtful, and they really seem to understand the impact they're having on these people, and it's just really great to see. So I'm glad that I saw the post, and also glad that I was kind of challenged to do something, because I really think that this is something I can continue to do year after year with my kids, is to have them go to Harmony House and visit with the residents and just make their day a little brighter. So overall, I think it was a great project and went really well.